So I was doing a run where I was gonna play normally on the OP Skeleton Man, but I decided not to pick up any evolutions because I was like, Rune Tracer is kind of popping off, and I don't think I need any, and it would be fun to do. And I didn't record it until like the end part, so I don't have like the entire process of making the build or whatever. But there wasn't really any process. I just picked up things that couldn't evolve and then upgraded them. The main pickup that was important was Lancet, and as you can see in the video, sometimes I'll use the frozen enemies to like push the crowd back a little bit and keep like an area where I'm like safe because frozen enemies can't hurt you. And because of that reason, it's important to pick up upgrades that work well with Lancet. I believe Spellbinder specifically increases the duration of the effect, which is really important. The cooldown reduction on Empty Dome is also really important though. And I don't know if speed affects it. Honestly, I don't really know how speed works. I think it's the projectile speed, right? But that's really important for Rune Tracer, because it's like something you get while it's upgrading. Either way, like either if it's like the cast effect speed or the projectile speed, either way it's like really useful. But it's not, projectile speed isn't useful for the Lancet. I think it might actually be projectile, it just doesn't look like one. I'm not sure. And the other ones I chose, Ebony Wings. That was I picked that up originally because I was gonna go for a Vandelier build. Vandelier. I don't know which one, how to pronounce it. I think it's Vandelier. But I was gonna go for that build, and then I decided not to evolve, obviously, so I just got stuck with Ebony Wings. But honestly, it was pretty useful with all the upgrades I picked up. At the end, you'll see it did a good amount of damage. Cross is always good. It did about the same amount of damage as Ebony Wings, but it provides more space and knockback to things around you. I ended up picking up Whip just to lock out the last slot so I don't accidentally evolve anything, but it wasn't that useful. If the build was worse, it could have been useful because Whip makes it so you can really easily stay alive in the end game by just knocking enemies up and moving upwards, because it has like a lot of upwards mobility and knockback. Besides that, I think the really important thing to this build was being the Skeleton Man. All the extra projectiles you get from being him make a really big difference, so it's really important that you play him for like more meme builds if you don't want to really meta like how to do things, because the other ones kind of fall behind in comparison to him, I think. But I also haven't really tested with others. I just like did this randomly. I don't I'm not 100% certain. So yeah, you can enjoy the rest of the video.